Hey everybody, welcome back to the weekly update from CCMA, the Catholic Campus Ministry Association. I'm Mike St. Pierre, Executive Director, and I thought we'd try something new. As you know, every Friday morning we like to provide you, campus ministers, leaders on campuses everywhere in the United States with some curated resources. Your lives are busy, you have a lot going on, and so we try to cut through the quick and give you just a few little nuggets to maybe encourage you, things that you can use with your students, your peers, your colleagues on campus. So I thought this week, let's try something different. There's a lot of angst, obviously, with COVID-19, the coronavirus. And so I have 4 articles that I'd like to share with you today. And let's start with one from Ascension Press. And it's called, "What Should Catholics Do and Say About the Coronavirus?" And I know there's a fair bit of conversation where it's easy to become kind of like pocket scientists, where we say, oh, well, it's not this, or it's not that, or it could be so much worse, or the media is overblowing it, or whatever. All of those could be true. None of those could be true. I'm not really too sure because I'm not a scientist. All I know is that I can try to read as much as I can, listen to reasonable, thoughtful voices, and try to discern what's the best thing to do and the behaviors to take. So this is a really interesting article from Ascension. Again, what should Catholics do and say about the coronavirus? Okay, Article 2 is interesting. It's from our Sunday Visitor. It's called U.S. Catholic Colleges Adapt to Online Format During Coronavirus. So many of you know that I used to lead a Catholic high school in New Jersey. And when it was a snow day, even if there were just a couple of inches of snow on the ground, you didn't want to be the only college, or the only high school rather, to have school. Because one, the optics would look bad, you'd catch heck from teachers and students and parents, and it was just not a good situation. So you erred on the side of caution. Am I saying that this is the exact same situation now with colleges and the coronavirus? Not at all. This is obviously much more serious, we think, than a couple of inches of snow. Nonetheless, colleges are erring on the side of caution, and that's easier said than done. Taking a whole college and putting it online is not that easy. Many teachers can't teach online courses. It's a whole different style. Many students are not really wired to take online courses. So this is something that I think colleges are trying to make the best out of a situation, but this is an interesting article nonetheless about what our faith-based colleges are doing. Again, that's called U.S. Catholic Colleges Adapt to Online Format During Coronavirus. Okay, third article, which is, I find, just really, really interesting. From The Atlantic, "The Do's and Don'ts of Social Distancing." Subtitle, "Experts Weigh In on Whether You Should Cancel Your Dates, Dinner Parties, and Gym Sessions." I was at the gym the other day, my local community center, and there was a man lifting weights and he had the rubber gloves on. And I thought, gee, should I have the rubber gloves on? I was walking my dog this morning and I saw one of my neighbors get out of his house, front door, walk to his car, and we said hello. But I have to be honest with you, for just a minute, I thought, it was just this weird kind of dynamic. Is everything okay? Should I have a conversation with him? Should I just kind of nod politely? What's the thing to do? The do's and don'ts of social distancing. This is a longer read, but I think it's one that's quite helpful nonetheless, in terms of if I'm symptom-free, if I have some symptoms, what should I do? So again, from The Atlantic, really, really interesting article called "The Do's and Don'ts of Social Distancing." All right, let's land the plane on a brighter note. And this one I found this week, it is excellent. It's from the Jesuit Post, called "Wash Your Hands and Fold Them in Prayer, a Catholic Response to the Coronavirus." I'm not going to steal the thunder of this article. I'm just going to say it is worth reading. If you have nothing else to read today and this weekend, make sure you check this out. Hey, folks, related to this, we're going to have a special podcast later today talking about some of these same things. Be sure to head on over to ccmanetwork.org/podcast. You can listen to some prior episodes, and also you can catch today's most recent episode. It's going to be a good one. And guess what we're talking about? Coronavirus. All right. I hope you have a great weekend. Please know that I am praying for you. Please pray for one another. Let's be a source of encouragement and community and support for one another during this time of some distress and anxiety. God bless you.